I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a thinking question on functions. Question number 12. A cubic function has undergone the following set of transformations. Find the coordinates on the original function for the image 1, 1 on the transform function g of x. The transformation given to us is vertically compressed by a factor of half, reflected on y-axis, horizontally compressed by a factor of half, translated 2 units right and 3 units down. You can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. So we have a cubic function. So g of x could be written as what? A transformed function, right? So it could be a general rule. Let's say f is your original function. Okay, k times x minus, let's say p plus q. Now let's write down the transform function first and then we'll continue. Vertically compressed by a factor of half, that means a equals to half. Reflected on y-axis, y means horizontally, so k is negative. Horizontally compressed by a factor of half, that means it is 2, right? It is 1 over compression factor. Translated 2 units right, that means p is 2. 3 units down, that means q is 3, right? So we get the function as half. Since it is a cubic function, okay, it's written right there, cubic function. So we can say this is like cube. Is it okay? Cube. The k value is minus 2. X, p is 2, right? Minus 2. And minus 3. So that becomes the transformed function. Now we are given a point 1, 1, which is on transform function g of x. Do you see that? So in general, how the transformation is going to take? If I have a point xy, then the transformed point will be the x value, we are saying reflected on y-axis, horizontally compressed. So minus half of x, translated 2 units to the right. So you add 2, right? The y value, vertically compressed by a factor of half, 3 units down. So that becomes the y value. Do you see that? In our case, this point is on the image. I mean, this is your point 1, 1. Do you see that? So on g of x, we have a point 1, 1. We want this point on the original function. How do we get so? It's very critical to understand. So that means 1 is equals to minus half x plus 2 and 1 is also equals to minus half of y. That should help. So we get two equations here. The first one is the x value is, which is minus half x plus 2 equals to 1. And also half of y minus 3 equals to 1. From here we can find x and y, original function, right? So this is original. Okay, so let's transform minus half x equals to 1 minus 2. X is equals to 1 minus 2 is minus 1 times minus 2. Is it okay? So we get a value which is 2, correct? As far as y is concerned, let's take 3 on this side. So we have half y equals to 1 plus 3, which is 4. So y equals to 4 times 2, which is 8. Correct? Therefore, the transform image point 1, 1 was originally at 2, 8. So it was at 2, 8. Do you see that? So that is the answer. So on the original function, the point was 2, 8. Now this point got transformed. And then its image was 1, 1, which is given to you. I'm Anil Kumar. This question is kind of tricky. Go through it once again. Try to understand what we have done here. I hope you appreciate it. You can always subscribe to my videos and feel free to share them with your friends. Thank you and all the best.